Hello everyone. So this is paper B of today's UPSC CSE prelims of GS paper 1, and in this part 1 we are going to see answers of first half questions, and in next part, that is in part 2, we will see answers of other half questions. So let's begin. The first question: with reference to carbon nanotubes, consider the following statements. Let's see the options. They can be used as carriers of drugs and antigens in human body. This statement is correct. And they can be made into artificial blood capillaries for an injured part of human body. This is also correct. And they can be used in biochemical sensors. This is also correct. And carbon nanotubes are biodegradable. This is also correct. So here all four statements are correct. So D is the right answer. The second question now. Consider the following statements. Let's see. Spraying pesticides on crop field, inspecting the craters of active volcanoes, and collecting breath samples from spouting whales for DNA analysis. And at present level of technologies, which of the above activities can be successfully carried out by using drones? तो यहाँ क्वेश्चन है कि ड्रोन को यूज़ करके हम कौन सा काम को कर सकते हैं इन दिस थ्री ऑप्शंस. सो क्वाइट ऑब्वियस दैट यूजिंग ड्रोन वी कैन स्प्रे पेस्टिसाइड्स on a crop field, and we can inspect the craters of an active volcano as well. Active volcano here does not mean that लावा इससे निकल ही रहा हो. एक्टिव वोल्केनो ऐसा भी हो सकता है जो डिकेड, और हो सकता है कि वो 10 साल पहले उससे वोल्केनो निकला हो या फिर लावा निकला हो. तो वहाँ पे हम ड्रोन को भेज करके एक दूरी पे बिल्कुल इंस्पेक्ट कर सकते हैं. इन द सेम मैनर वेल्स के भी सलाइवा से डीएनए सैंपल्स कलेक्ट किया जा सकता है और डीएनए एनालिसिस किया जा सकता है. तो फिर यहाँ पे फिर से डी है करेक्ट आंसर. ज़्यादा मैं समझाऊंगा नहीं, अदरवाइज द वीडियो विल गेट लॉन्गर. सो नाउ वी विल सी ओनली द आंसर्स. Third question now. The experiment will employ a trio of spacecraft flying in formation of a shape of an equilateral triangle that has sides 1 million km long with lasers shining between the craft. The experiment in question refers to, so it refers to LISA Pathfinder. So here C is the right answer for question number 3rd. This LISA Pathfinder is led by European Space Agency and it detects gravitational wave. We have already dealt this question in our current affairs video which we upload daily on our video. The fourth question now. Consider the following statements. Genetic changes can be introduced in the cells that produce eggs or sperms of a prospective parent. This is correct. And a person's genome can be edited before birth at early embryonic stage. This is also correct. And human-induced pluripotent stem cells can be injected into embryo of a pig. This is also correct. So here again D is the right answer. Fifth question now. What is the importance of using pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in India? Say we have discussed this topic in our monthly current affairs test series which we organized on our channel Students Point. So here first and second options are correct. Third is wrong. It has side effects and these vaccines are effective against pneumonia as well as meningitis and sepsis, and dependence on antibiotics are not effective against drug resistant bacteria can be reduced. So here first and second are correct but third is wrong. Now let's see the next question. Sixth question. In India the term public key infrastructure is used in context of, so quite obvious, very easy question. It is used for digital security infrastructure. The seventh question now. Which of the following statements are correct regarding the general difference between plant and animal cells? So even if you remember what you have read in your class 10th, then also you will be able to solve this question. Question number 7. Plant cells have cellulose cell walls while animal cells do not. This statement is correct. Next statement. Plant cells do not have plasma membrane unlike animal cells which do. This is wrong because plant cells as well as animal cells have the cell membrane and the plasma membrane, and mature plant cells have one large vacuole while animal cells have many small vacuoles. This is correct. So 1 and 3 are correct. So C is the right answer. Next question now. Which of the following are the reasons or factors for exposure to benzene pollution? So here benzene pollution are result of automobile exhaust, tobacco smoke, wood burning, using varnished wooden furniture, using product made of polyethylene. So here all of these statements are correct. So D is the right answer again. Ninth question. If another global financial crisis happens in near future, which of the following actions or policies आर मोस्ट लाइकली टू गिव सम इम्यूनिटी टू इंडिया। सी, जब 2008 में फिनेंशियल क्राइसिस हुआ था तो इंडिया वाज लार्जली इम्यून टू दिस फिनेंशियल क्राइसिस, और अब जब कोविड-19 के टाइम में बहुत हद तक चांसेस हैं कि फिर से एक फिनेंशियल क्राइसिस वर्ल्ड को देखने को मिले। इन दैट केस द क्वेश्चन हैज़ बीन आस्क्ड कि क्या ऐसा हो जो इंडिया अपने आप को ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस से इम्यून कर सके। तो ऑप्शन है नॉट डिपेंडिंग ऑन शॉर्ट टर्म फॉरेन बोरोविंग्स। सी, दिस ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट। इट विल रिड्यूस इंडियाज शॉर्ट टर्म लाइबिलिटीज एंड ऑब्लिगेशंस। तो इंडिया इसे इम्यून रह सकता है, तो यहाँ फर्स्ट सही है। सेकेंड, ओपनिंग अप टू मोर फॉरेन बैंक्स, ये तो एब्सोल्युटली गलत। एंड मेंटेनिंग फुल कैपिटल अकाउंट कन्वर्टिबिलिटी, ये भी गलत, क्योंकि अगर फुल कैपिटल अकाउंट कन्वर्टिबिलिटी अगर हम अलाउ करते हैं तो बहुत सारा चांसेस है कि हमारा पैसा बाहर जा सकता है देश के। तो इन दैट केस वी कैन गेट प्रोन टू क्राइसिस। सो हियर सेकेंड एंड थर्ड ऑप्शंस आर इनकरेक्ट, फर्स्ट इज करेक्ट, सो ए इज द राइट आंसर। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 10, if you withdraw rupees 1 lakh in cash from your demand deposit account at your bank, the immediate effect on aggregate money supply in the economy will be? C, its answer will be D, it remains unchanged. Why? Because see, what is the question asking? यहाँ क्वेश्चन ये कह रहा है कि अगर आपने अपने बैंक अकाउंट से डिमांड डिपॉजिट, आपका बैंक अकाउंट था, उससे आपने 1 लाख रुपया निकाल लिया, तो उस पर क्या असर पड़ेगा, किस चीज़ पे? एग्रीगेट मनी सप्लाई पे। तो यहाँ एग्रीगेट मनी सप्लाई क्या है? एग्रीगेट मनी सप्लाई रिफर करता है M3 को। अगर आपने पढ़ा हो टाइप्स ऑफ मनी सप्लाई इन द मार्केट, तो M0, M1, M2, M3, M4 इस तरह के मनी होते हैं। तो M3 एग्रीगेट मनी सप्लाई M3 को डिनोट कर रहा है। और M3 में क्या होता है? M3 इज इक्वल टू M1 प्लस टाइम डिपॉजिट विथ कॉमर्शियल बैंक्स विच इंक्लूड्स फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट्स। यहाँ M1 क्या है? M1 में आता है करेंसी विद द पब्लिक प्लस डिमांड डिपॉजिट विथ बैंक्स प्लस अदर डिपॉजिट्स विथ RBI। तो यहाँ पे क्या है? अकॉर्डिंग टू क्वेश्चन 1 लाख रुपया आपने निकाला कहाँ से? अपने डिमांड डिपॉजिट बैंक से, और कहाँ गया ये? पब्लिक के हाथ में। तो आखिर एक हाथ से निकल कर ये पब्लिक के हाथ में ही गया है। तो ये तो M3 के डेफिनेशन के अंदर ही आता है, तो M3 में इसका कोई असर नहीं पड़ेगा। सो इट रिमेन्स अनचेंज्ड। जिन्होंने भी मनी सप्लाई को डिटेल में पढ़ा हो उनके लिए ये काफ़ी आसान होगा समझना, बट जिन्होंने अभी पढ़ाई नहीं की है मनी सप्लाई के बारे में या इकोनॉमी के बारे में, दीज आर द बेसिक क्वेश्चंस ऑफ इकोनॉमी। अगर आपने वो नहीं पढ़ा है तो वी विल सी इन अपकमिंग वीडियोज़। सो हियर 10 का D है आंसर। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, 11th क्वेश्चन, विथ रेफरेंस टू कल्चर हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज करेक्ट डिस्क्रिप्शन इन द टर्म paramitas? See, this question is related to Buddhism. So here the right answer is C, perfection whose attainment led to Bodhisattva path. Next question, question number 12. In the context of Indian history, the Rakhambai case of 1884 revolved around? See, यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा डाउट हो सकता है, क्योंकि रखमबाई कौन थी? रखमबाई was first practicing female doctor in colonial India. Remember that Rakhambai was the first female practicing doctor in colonial India. However, the first female doctor was आनंदी बाई जोशी, लेकिन आनंदी बाई जोशी का डेथ हो गया था और वो प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर पाई थी, इसलिए आनंदी बाई जोशी वॉज द फर्स्ट फीमेल डॉक्टर, लेकिन फर्स्ट फीमेल डॉक्टर जो प्रैक्टिस की थी वो रखमाबाई ही थी। तो क्या मामला था? सी, रखमाबाई का शादी बहुत ही अर्ली एज, एट जस्ट व्हेन शी वाज 11 ईयर्स ऑफ एज, उनकी शादी हो गई थी दादा भाई भिखाजी से। लेकिन वो दादा भाई भिखाजी के साथ कभी रही नहीं, वो अपनी एजुकेशन को कंटिन्यू करती थी दूर रहकर ही। लेकिन बाद में हुआ क्या, दादा भाई भिखाजी ने एक केस फाइल किया जिनमें उन्होंने ये डिमांड किया टू रेस्टिट्यूशन ऑफ कॉन्जुगल राइट, यानी कि मैरिज के राइट्स को वो वापस चाहते थे। वो चाहते थे कि रखमाबाई अब उनके साथ आकर वापस से साथ रहें, लेकिन रखमाबाई उनके साथ नहीं रहना चाहती थी, क्योंकि वो कहती थी कि वो उनकी शादी जो हुई थी एट अर्ली एज में हुई थी, जब वो अपने कंसेंट को देने के योग्य या फिर उस लायक नहीं थी, तो वो इस शादी को नहीं मानती हैं। तो कोर्ट में काफ़ी टाइम तक ये केस चला। कोर्ट वाज टू गिव द वर्डिक्ट इन द फेवर ऑफ रखमाबाई, लेकिन उस टाइम ऐसा कोई कानून था नहीं कॉलोनियल इंडिया में जिससे इस केस को उनके फेवर में वर्डिक्ट दिया जा सके। साथ ही साथ ऑर्थोडॉक्स इंडियंस जो थे, हिंदूज पर्टिकुलरली, वो क्या बोल रहे थे कि ये हमारे कस्टम्स के खिलाफ जाएगा। तो लास्टली ये केस उनके खिलाफ गया था, तो उन्होंने फिर क्या किया, क्वीन विक्टोरिया को एक लेटर लिखा, क्वीन विक्टोरिया ने उस मैरिज को डिसॉल्व कर दिया और ख़त्म कर दिया। तो जहाँ तक मेरी समझ है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 में ये मामला जो था रखमाबाई केस ऑफ 1884 वो एज ऑफ कंसेंट से जुड़ा हुआ था, साथ ही साथ रेस्टिट्यूशन ऑफ कॉन्जुगल राइट से जुड़ा हुआ था। वुमेन राइट्स टू गेन एजुकेशन, इससे तो वो जुड़ा हुआ नहीं था क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी अपनी एजुकेशन को कंटिन्यू कर रही थी। और जहाँ तक दादा भाई भिखाजी की भी बात थी, वो वुमेन्स राइट, वो उनके एजुकेशन पे कोई ऐसा रोक टोक नहीं करना चाह रहे थे, बस वो चाह रहे थे कि वो उनके पास आकर रहे, साथ ही उनकी जो प्रॉपर्टी है वो दादा भाई भिखाजी की हो। सो इन माई ओपिनियन इट शुड बी बी, बट यू नेवर नो, यूपीएससी में इवन कंसिडर इट डी। सो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में बताएं कि आपको बी लगता है सही या फिर डी सही लगता है। अगला क्वेश्चन 13th, इंडिगो कल्टीवेशन इन इंडिया डिक्लाइंड बाय बिगिनिंग ऑफ 20th सेंचुरी बिकॉज ऑफ, सो इट डिक्लाइंड बिकॉज ऑफ अनफोर्टेबिलिटी इन द वर्ल्ड मार्केट बिकॉज ऑफ न्यू इन्वेंशन। सिंथेटिक डाई आ गया था, इसके कारण इंडिगो कल्टीवेशन काफ़ी प्रॉफिट लेस हो गया था, इसलिए इंडिगो कल्टीवेशन का डिक्लाइन होना शुरू हो गया था। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 14th क्वेश्चन, वेरेजली इस्टेब्लिश द फोर्ट विलियम कॉलेज एट कैलकाटा बिकॉज, क्योंकि वो चाहते थे टू ट्रेन ब्रिटिश सिविलियंस फॉर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव पर्पज इन इंडिया। तो यहाँ पे डी आंसर होना चाहिए 14th का। लेकिन अगर आप ऑप्शंस पढ़ोगे स्टार्टिंग से नीचे तक तो आप बी में भी कंफ्यूज हो सकते हो कि ही वांटेड टू रिवाइव इंटरेस्ट इन ओरिएंटल लर्निंग इन इंडिया, बट दिस विल बी रॉन्ग बिकॉज उनका पर्पस ये नहीं था कि ओरिएंटल लर्निंग में इंटरेस्ट को रिवाइव किया जाए, बल्कि उनका पर्पस था कि ओरिएंटल लर्निंग दिया जाए ब्रिटिश सिविलियंस को, सो दैट दे मे बी एबल टू डू एडमिनिस्टर इन कंट्री। 15th क्वेश्चन, क्वाइट इजी उगलून, इट रिफर्स टू बिरसा मुंडा रिवोल्ट ऑफ 1899-1900। Next question 16th, with reference to a scholar's literatures of ancient India, consider the following statements. See, Amar Simha was associated with Chandragupta too. So here second is quite obviously incorrect, and Kalidas was also associated with the court of Chandragupta too, Vikramaditya. So here third is correct, but second is wrong. Some might say that Panini was associated with Pusamitra Sunga, but in my knowledge, Panini was associated with Mahapadmananda. So here, in my opinion, option C is the correct answer. Question number 17th. In the context of recent advances in human reproductive technology, pro-nuclear transfer is used for, so it is used for prevention of mitochondrial disease in offspring. So here D is the right answer. Question number 18th. With the present state of development of artificial intelligence can effectively do which of the following? So artificial technology can create meaningful short stories and songs, but it cannot bring down electricity consumption in industrial units. It can also convert text into speech, but it cannot do disease diagnosis. And wireless transmission of electrical energy, yes, it can do so. So here, in my opinion, it should be C, 2, 4 and 5. Question number 19 now. With reference to visible light communication VLC technology, which of the following statements are correct? So if you will Google out VLC, its electromagnetic spectrum wavelength is between 375 to 780 nanometer. So here first is correct, but the confusion may lie in the second, because VLC is a subset of optical wireless communication. So whether it will be known as long range of optical wireless communication or not, it is a matter of debate. However, it is a subset of optical wireless communication. So in my opinion, the answer should be 1, 3 and 4, because third option is correct. VLC can transmit large amount of data faster than Bluetooth, quite obviously, and it has no electromagnetic interface. So here C is the right answer for question number 19. Next question now. With reference to blockchain technology, consider the following statements. It is a public ledger that everyone can inspect, but with no single user controls. This is correct. And the structure and design of blockchain is such that all the data in it are about cryptocurrency only. No, this is wrong. Blockchain technology has multiple purposes and it cannot only be used for cryptocurrency. Third question. Applications that depend on basic features of blockchain can be developed without anybody's permission. This is correct, because cryptocurrency के लिए आरबीआई का परमिशन होना ज़रूरी है, बट ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी की जहाँ तक बात है तो उसमें कोई परमिशन की ऐसी ज़रूरत नहीं है। तो यहाँ पे पहला तीसरा ऑप्शन सही लग रहा है, तो आई थिंक इट्स ऑप्शन डी, 20 का डी। नाउ लेट्स सी 21। अ पार्लियामेंट्री सिस्टम ऑफ गवर्नमेंट इज़ वन इन विच, तो क्वाइट ऑब्वियस, इट इज़ गवर्नमेंट विच इज़ रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू पार्लियामेंट एंड कैन बी removed by it. So here B is the right answer. Question number 22. Which part of the Constitution of India declares the ideal of welfare state? Quite obvious, DPSP. इन्होंने भी सही मार्क किया है, डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी। क्वेश्चन नंबर 23। कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स। सी, the Constitution of India defines its basic structure in the terms of federalism, secularism, fundamental rights and democracy. तो अगर आपने पॉलिटी पढ़ा हो और अगर रिवाइज नहीं किया हो तो फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस में आपको देखने पे तो यही लगेगा कि फेडरलिज्म, सेकुलरिज्म, फंडामेंटल राइट्स और डेमोक्रेसी ये सब बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, तो ये स्टेटमेंट सही होना चाहिए। लेकिन ये सही नहीं है, बिकॉज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया डज नॉट डिफाइन बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर. It is the Supreme Court which has innovated the concept of basic structure. Even Supreme Court has not defined basic structure in detailed manner. It has only said that what constitutes basic structure. बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर में आखिर क्या क्या आता है, तो उसमें आता है फेडरलिज्म, सेकुलरिज्म, फंडामेंटल राइट्स, डेमोक्रेसी, रिपब्लिकन फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट। तो यहाँ पे फर्स्ट गलत है, क्योंकि बिकॉज ऑफ दिस वर्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया डिफाइंस। दूसरा स्टेटमेंट, The Constitution of India provides for judicial review to safeguard the citizens' liberties and to preserve the ideals on which the Constitution is based. तो ये स्टेटमेंट तो सही होना चाहिए। इनफैक्ट इन आर्टिकल 13 ऑल्सो वहीं से जुडिशियल रिव्यू का पावर सुप्रीम कोर्ट के पास डिराइव होता है, जिसमें उनके पास पावर है हमारे राइट्स को डिफेंड करने का और लॉज को इंटरप्रेट करने का, कि वेदर लॉज आर वायलेटिव ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन और नॉट। 24वां क्वेश्चन 24th। One common agreement between Gandhism and Marxism is, so quite obvious, it is the final goal of stateless society, not class struggle. इन्होंने गलत मार्क किया है। और गांधी was not against private property. Please mention it that Gandhi was never against private property. He was in favor of trusteeship. तो गांधी was called as moral anarchist, मतलब वो स्टेट के खिलाफ थे। साथ ही मार्क्स तो जानते ही हैं कि मार्क्स was in favor of stateless society by bringing revolution. Question number 25. In the context of India, which one of the following is the characteristic appropriate for bureaucracy? So यहाँ पे डाउट है C में और D में। Bureaucracy can be an agency for facilitating political stability and economic growth. But in layman's term, it seems that answer should be D, because bureaucracy are those which implements the public policy or the decision made by politicians. So here I think it's D which will be the correct answer. Question number 26. The preamble to the Constitution of India is, see यहाँ पे ऑप्शन ए दिया गया है, तो अगर आप चारों ऑप्शन नहीं पढ़ेंगे तो फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस में तो आप ए ही मार्क के आए होंगे। मुझे तो लगता है कि मोस्ट ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव मार्क्ड ए, बट इट शुड बी डी, बिकॉज preamble is a part of constitution but it has no legal effect independent of other parts. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये डिफाइन किया है, ये बोला था कि प्रियम्बल को जब भी पढ़ेंगे तो इन लाइट ऑफ अदर प्रोविजंस ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, इंडिपेंडेंट में अगर प्रियम्बल को अपने आप में सिर्फ देखा जाए अकेले में तो इसका कोई लीगल इफेक्ट नहीं है। 27वां, गोल्ड ट्रांचेज और रिजर्व ट्रांचेज रिफर्स टू, so it refers to a credit system granted by IMF to its members. Next question 28 now. With reference to the provisions contained in part 4 of the Constitution of India, which of the following statements is or are correct? देखते हैं ऑप्शंस को। They are enforceable by courts, ये तो साफ गलत है। और they shall not be enforceable by any court, ये सही है। And the principles laid down in this part are to influence the making of laws by state, ये भी सही है। दूसरा और तीसरा सही है, तो डी ऑप्शन इज द करेक्ट वन। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नाउ 29. कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स अबाउट according to the Constitution of India, a person who is eligible to vote can be made a minister in a state for 6 months even if he or she is not a member of legislature of that house. This option is correct because Article 164 Clause 4 of Indian Constitution and for a state legislature, and Article 75 clause 5 for union government. It says that any person can be appointed as a minister or even prime minister or chief minister for 6 months, even he is not chosen as a member of the house. And it was said by a 5-judge bench of Supreme Court. Second statement, according to the Representation of People's Act 1951, a person convicted of a criminal offence and sentenced to imprisonment for 5 years is permanently disqualified from contesting an election even after its release from prison. See, this is wrong. At present, the criteria is just 2 years. If a person is convicted for 2 or more years, then he or she shall be barred from contesting election, but the matter is still under discussion, and it was Lily Thomas case in which Supreme Court has declared several criteria for criminal who are participating in politics. So here only first statement is correct, second is wrong. So here A is the right answer. Question number 30 now. Consider the following statements. The President of India can summon a session of Parliament at such a place as he or she thinks fit. This is correct. And the Constitution of India provides for 3 sessions of the Parliament in a year, but it is not mandatory to conduct all 3 sessions. This is incorrect because Constitution of India only says that a session should be organized within a gap of 6 months, and it is provided in Article 85th of the Constitution. There are no mention that there shall be 3 sessions in a year of the Parliament. So here second is wrong. Third statement now, there is no number of days that the Parliament is required to meet in a year. This is correct because at present there are debates that we should fix certain number of days that the Parliament must meet to increase the efficiency of Parliament. In Constitution there are no any such number of days mentioned. So here first and third options are correct. So C is the right answer for question number 30. See, in my daily current affairs videos, I always emphasize that you have to prepare not only for the topics which are in news, but also for the applied sections as well. For instance, this question is applied questions. You must have heard the news that in Rajasthan, MLAs were requesting governor to summon session of the house, but governor was not calling the session of the house. So this question is related to that. So here first and third are correct. C is the right answer. Next question now. Consider the following statements about Aadhaar. It is the question about Aadhaar. Let's see all the options. Aadhaar metadata cannot be stored for more than 3 months. Here 3 months is given, but it should be actually 6 months, not 3 months. So here first is wrong. And state cannot enter into any contract with private corporations for state cannot enter into any contract with private corporations for sharing of Aadhaar data. This is wrong because state can enter into any contract with private enterprises to share the data of Aadhaar. So here second is incorrect, first was also incorrect. Third, Aadhaar is mandatory for obtaining insurance products. Yes, it is mandatory for obtaining insurance products. So here third is correct. And fourth, Aadhaar is mandatory for getting benefits funded by Consolidated Fund of India. See here, if you will get an idea that option first is incorrect, then you will automatically eliminate option A. Then we get an idea that second was also incorrect. So here again second option is eliminated. Here again D is also eliminated because 1 was wrong, 2 was also wrong. So here only C option is remained. So here C option third is correct. Next question 32. Rajya Sabha has equal powers with Lok Sabha, so it has equal powers in matters of amending the constitution. So here B is the right answer. Next question, question number 33rd. With reference to funds under members of parliament or MP lads, which of the following statements are correct? See, I have many times, in fact I think twice, we have discussed in our daily current affairs videos about MP lads, and I have emphasized that they will ask this question about MP lads. Let's see the options. MP lads funds must be used to create durable assets like physical infrastructure for health and education or others. So here this statement is quite obviously correct. Second option, A specified portion of each MP's fund must benefit SCs and STs population. This is also correct. Third, MPLADS funds are sanctioned on yearly basis and the unused funds cannot be carried forward to the next year. This is wrong. We have dealt it several times and I have emphasized on this statement that it can be carried forward to the next year if it remains unused. Fourth statement, the district authority must inspect at least 10% of all works under implementation every year. This is also correct. So here first, second and fourth options are correct. Third is wrong. So here quite obviously the answer is D. 34th now. Which one of the following categories of fundamental rights incorporates protection against untouchability as a form of discrimination? So very simple question. It is right to equality. So here D is the right answer. Question number 35th now. In India, separation of judiciary from executive is enjoined by, so it is mentioned in Article 50 of the Constitution, which is in Directive Principles of State Policy. So here B is the right answer. 36 now. Along with the budget, the finance minister also places other documents before parliament which includes the macroeconomic framework statement, and the aforesaid document is presented because this is mandated by, so very simple question again, it is mandated by provisions of Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act 2003. 37th now, a constitutional government by definition is a, so it is a limited government. In NCERT the statement is mentioned that a constitutional government is a limited government. And if you wish to get PDF of this video, then you can join our Telegram channel Students Point. You can just write the channel's name Students Point on the Telegram and thereon you can get all the PDFs. Next question now, 38th. Other than the fundamental rights, which of the following parts of the Constitution of India reflects principles of provisions of UDHR or Universal Declaration of Human Rights? See, I think the answers would be 1 and 2, because in preamble as well there are some provisions and some words are mentioned which relate to UDHR, and in DPSP quite obviously many provisions relate to UDHR. So in my opinion the answer should be A, but you may find somewhere only DPSP, but in my opinion I think it should be A. Next question now, 39th. In India, the legal services authorities provide free legal services to which of the following type of citizens? So here first and second options are correct. Persons with an annual income of less than 1 lakh and transgenders with an annual income of less than 2 lakh can be provided free legal services aid. Other than that, widows, SC, STs, those who are suffering from any disasters can also get free legal services. Next question now. Consider the following pairs. Question number 40. Alma Ata Declaration. See, this is correct because Alma Ata Declaration is relating to primary health care. It was adopted in 1978. So here first is correct. Hague Convention is related to child abduction, not biological and chemical weapons. Second is wrong. Talanoa Dialogue. See, in Talanoa Dialogue, the discussion was to help countries to implement nationally determined contributions to contain the climate change. So it can be called that it was a dialogue on global climate change. So here third is correct. First was correct, second was wrong. And Under 2 Coalition. See, Under 2 Coalition was related to mitigation of greenhouse gases. So fourth is wrong. So here first and third are correct. So I think C is the right answer. Next question now. With reference to history of India, consider the following statements. Let's see. Anurag is the in charge of treasury of the state. No, this is wrong. Banyan is Indian agent of the East India Company. This is correct. And Mirasidar was designated revenue payer to state. This was also correct. So second and third options are correct. B is the right answer. 42nd. With reference to religious history of India, consider the following statements. See, here again second and third options are correct. So here again B will be the right answer. Question number 43rd now. Which of the following statements are correctly explains the impact of Industrial Revolution on India during the first half of the 19th century? So very simple question again. It is the Indian handicrafts were ruined. So here A is the right answer. Next question now. Consider the following events in the history of India. Let's see. Rise of Pratihars under King Bhoja. See, under King Bhoja, the rise of Pratihar took place during 1010 AD, and establishment of Pallava power under Mahendra Varman. See, this happened during 600 to 630 AD, and establishment of Chola power by Pratanka I. It happened between 907 to 955 AD, and then Pala dynasty by Gopala. So this happened during 750 to 770 AD. So here quite obviously the answer is 2413. The correct chronological order will be 2413. So here C is the right answer for it. And then we have to see next question now. Which of the following phrases defines the nature of hundi? So this is a question from economy, very simple question. A bill of exchange. Even if you have read the basics of economy, you will easily answer this. It is a bill of exchange. Question number 46 now. With reference to the book Desher Katha, which of the options are correct? So I have less knowledge about this question, so I will leave this question 46. Question number 47 now. The Gandhi-Irwin Pact included which of the following? Invitation to Congress to participate in Roundtable Conference. This is correct. It was second RTC or a Roundtable Conference in which the Congress was invited, and withdrawal of ordinances promulgated in connection with civil disobedience movement. This is also correct. And acceptance of Gandhi's suggestion for inquiry into police excesses. No, this is wrong, because Irwin outrightly rejected this proposal for inquiry into police excesses, and release of only those prisoners who were not charged with violence. This is correct. So here first, second and fourth are correct. So B is the right answer. Next question 48 now. The Vittal Vidvansak, the first monthly journal to have untouchable people as its target audience, was published by? So it was published by Gopal Baba Vagalankar. So here A is the right answer. Next question now. With reference to history of India, the terms Kaliyappa or Dronavappa denote to? So it denotes to measurement of land. So here A is the right answer. So this is it. We will see in the next part the upcoming questions and their answers. I hope till now you have matched your answers, and in the comment section you can tell your score, that how much you have scored, and in any question if you have dispute you can tell in the comment section. There might be certain questions in which I would be wrong, and the final answers would be declared by UPSC only, because every year it happens that all the coachings declare their and release their mark sheets and answer sheets, but when they match to UPSC answer key, there are variations for around 4 to 5 questions. So we are humans and there are chances of mistakes. So in advance I am saying it, that there might be certain mistakes in the video and the answers given by me. So I hope you find the video useful. Do like and do share the video, subscribe and press the bell icon. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.